Hey everybody, it's me, that dick you love to watch. Oh no, don't you touch me. It's that little pecker you love to see peck bear bats. Why did I forget that I had to go? I knew there was something. Mumbo, I need you. I need you to do something for me, Mumbo. Come now. Ow. While I'm getting Mumbo to do this, I'll tell you about something really funny that happened. I was talking with a friend of mine. There we go. Yeah, Ubadak! I was talking with a friend of mine. Well, she's a little bit more than a friend. It's a romantic liaison, if you will. I'll just leave her name as Cheesecake for right now. It's actually a little nickname thing we've got going. It's so disgustingly cute. I'm Blue Jay and she's Cheesecake for completely unrelated reasons. Just, it's two nicknames that we picked. I don't know, she eats a lot of cheesecake, which, if you've ever watched The Golden Girls, is a good thing. I'm sorry, I love that show, The Golden Girls. It might kill my image of being the tough gunslinger guy. Yeah, he's the motherfucker who became the Bashi and threw it away. Oh no, the giant tombstones, I forgot about this. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, I'm just a little pumpkin. Okay, thank you. You see, once he said pumpkin, he's like, oh, hey, you're just a pumpkin. You're my friend. There we go. Oh, why are you here now? Okay, you're so brick thick that I can just walk by. Here we go. Here's why we had to come in here. This is an interesting little area. It almost feels like it belongs in, like, Legend of Zelda. This little mausoleum-y thing. Mumbo, how the hell did you get in here? Why the hell are you here? It really does sound quite absurd. Adventure of a bear and a bird? Who would ever buy that? Come on, you motherfucker. Gotcha. Grave robbing. That's why we had to come in here. That's right, everybody. To get to the next area, we had to do that. That's infuriating. You see, just getting to this next area is such a challenge. I mean, I guess you could say the area after the next area is a challenge too, but it does it in such a charming way. I hate, despise, and abhor this level water rising thing. I don't know why, just something about it irks me so badly. Back as a pumpkin. Pumpkin making Mumbo hungry. Me get pot ready. Alright, Mumbo, you just hang in here and get your pot ready. I'm gonna just kind of leave here, buddy, before you get the munchies. Oy, oy, oy. So let's see. But anyway, I was talking with my romantic partner. I wouldn't say girlfriend, because situation at this point, we're not technically dating or anything like that. It's kind of more of a romantic flirt. It's a flirt fest. But anyway, I was talking with her, being the charming individual that you all know me to be. And I asked her, in a pure vain statement, I was asking her, so just out of wondering, Cheesecake, like, based on my looks, what, 1 out of 10, let's just say 1 out of 10, what do you think I am? And she replied, you know what, I really don't like giving those kind of ratings. And I was like, oh really? And she's like, yeah, it's just, it feels like I'm cheapening the whole thing, I'm just giving a rating. I'm like, oh okay. And then, like, the conversation, like, two sentences later, she was like, oh yeah, by the way, there was some guy hitting on me. He was only about, like, what was it? How did it come up? She was like, okay. Hold on, I'll finish my story and then we'll talk about this guy. But anyway, I said, what do you think I am out of 10? And she's like, I don't want to tell you because I don't like to rate people like that. And then, literally in the next sentence, or I said like, okay, that's fair, and then literally like the next sentence, she was like, yeah, this guy came in, and he was about like a 7, and then she added, it's funny, if anybody's lower than a 6, I usually don't tell them. And I'm like, wait a minute, you just said you don't want to tell me what I am. And she's like, oh shit, it was the funny, she didn't intend it either. It was just the way that it came out was so hilarious of her not wanting to tell me. And then the line, if anyone's lower than a 6, I don't tell them. It was fucking hilarious. Oh. And now, this fellow is a very interesting character. and I really like his design, and I really like the music that goes with him. This, everyone, is Cheeto. Cheeto the spellbook you have found. Magic cheats I have for you. Hey, book brain, what did you say? You better not give my spells away. Which lost book finders bear and bird are spell they get? We sure do, bag lady. Come on, book boy, give us the spells. Only one spell Cheeto can tell. Enter the code red feathers on sandcastle floor in Treasure Trove Cove world. Help it will. Thanks, Mr. Cheeto. Hidden in the lair other spellbooks are. Them you should find. Cheeto, you will pay dearly. You will. Hey, wee! Wee! That's so cute. Anyway, you will pay dearly for this indiscretion. But I really appreciate it. You side with Banjo, but changed tack. Imagine you on Grunty's back. Ew. Now, by the way, everybody, that is right. You can actually leave the world as displayed in Mumbo's mountain. You can actually leave the world as whatever Mumbo turns you into, but you can't go very far away from Mumbo. I'm surprised I got through that without falling into the lava. Nobody likes burned pumpkins. Here we are. Get out of here, Gobi. Mumbo's magic, get weak. Yeah. Magic, run out. By the way, in case I didn't finish my thought earlier, if you've hacked the game, I wonder if the pumpkin would drown in Clanker's cavern. It's actually pretty darn funny. I've been talking with my romantic liaison, Cheesecake, for quite a while now. And actually, there's one thing that I wanted to share with you guys that it is so out of context. We played a game of Would You Rather, and I was like, what would happen if like all these Would You Rathers stacked up and just like as you said your choices, they would like accumulate. And so after about an hour of playing Would You Rather, here's what I came to be. I would be a person with no teeth, very long ear hair, bald. I would orgasm every 30 minutes on the dot. I would have very crappy arm and leg prosthetics. I would lose one arm and one leg and have very poor prosthetics. I would have to eat bacon at every meal, every single meal, at least 3 pieces of bacon. I would be a very short Asian man, 4'5". I would always wear clothes that are too small for me. I would have no tongue. I would be in jail for a year. I would not be able to see my cheesecake woman for over a year. But at the end of that year, I would get to hang out with her for a solid month. I would win the lottery. I'm still here, I watch you play, but I can't think of much to say. Well, that's your problem, Grunty. I always have something to say, even if it's not very interesting. You see? Anyway, and, by the way, this is one little detail that she wanted me to specifically add. Because I mentioned, this is so funny, I might have to mention it on YouTube. She said, remember, you don't just have no tongue, you've had your tongue viciously eaten by squirrels. And this is the only one that I'll say the Would You Rather. The Would You Rather choice was, would you rather have your eyeballs scooped out with forks, would you rather have your eyeballs scooped out with forks, or have your tongue viciously eaten by squirrels? And I said, eat my tongue. Let me keep my eyeballs. I think I made the right decision. I think anybody here would make the same decision if faced with that kind of decision. So now, we will head to Treasure Trove Cove to put in the cheat that Cheeto gave us. Here we are. But, just so you all know how psychotic me and this cheesecake woman are, let me read off what choices she had to pick. Here we are. Okay. She has to live with no internet, but can have any movie, television, or music she wants, but no internet, ever. She will be very attractive, have flings, romantic flings, whenever she wants, she will have uncomfortably large boobs, have to live in a very secluded house, she'll be batshit insane, she would sneeze every time she is aroused, never see her parents again, only have one nostril, shakes everything she snakes in everything she opens. Like, you know those comic snakes that you pull out of, like, fake peanut brittle? There would just be snakes in every single thing she opened for the rest of her life. She can have physical contact with me whenever she wants, but we can never live in the same house. And she's a gynecologist, and she has to eat every single pet she ever owns when it dies. So, we're fucking psychotic, and it was the best Would You Rather game I've ever played in a long time. So that's what I do when I'm not recording. I play Would You Rather games with people named Cheesecake and basically ask, would you rather have an uncomfortably large butt or an uncomfortably large pair of tits? And she said, uncomfortably large pair of tits. It's meant to be, I can tell. Now let's see. Oh, really? I gotta do this again? Okay, fine. I'm glad to see you again. Aw, Leaky. Leaky patched up, now empty water for Bear. Leaky, you have godlike powers. Let's see, okay. That can be closed. Okay. Perfect. Now, the only other thing that I have to talk to you guys about today is that when I was hanging out with my friends, yeah, I actually do that occasionally when I'm not recording. When I hung out with my friends the other day, I was standing kind of like by a bench. I was standing by a bench, just kind of like with my arm cocked on my hip, and I mentioned to one of my friends who's a real smartass. I told her, you know, Emily, I gotta say, with the way I'm standing right here, because it was in a very public park, I'm just like, I kind of feel like a male hooker, just because all the girls are looking at me. You know, just standard kind of thing. It's like, whoa, look, there's an invisible guy over there. And she's like, what are you complaining about? I'm like, I'm not complaining, it's just standing is way more comfortable. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to sit down. She's like, just sit the fuck down. I'm like, no, I'm more comfortable standing up. And then later the conversation moved to a different thing. And I was like, oh, by the way, Emily, do you know what I can't stand? And then she's like, sitting. I'm like, oh, you're just scum of the earth. Oof. So let's see here. Let's see if I remember how to spell feathers. H. E-R. Beautiful! Bear and bird get 100 feathers. 100 maximum now is. Oh, my feathers, it makes me sick. Fly to me, your butt I'll kick. Ooh, I love it when you talk to me like that, Grunty. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Just new glasses, little shop of horrors, big picture show, voice acting, roof at the leak. I had to clean the puke out of the sink, cake topper fell off. My shifts that I bumped up, I doubled out of pure spite. New refrigerator, the standing pun, soundproofing, Project Dream, and the 6 thing. The, like, if I don't tell anybody unless they're over a 6. Very beautiful, very wonderful. I love my friends. I love them to death. Oh, I almost forgot. One other thing that I wanted to specifically mention is that multiple people have told me that I can get to the key in Freeze Easy Peak, but it doesn't do anything. But I could if I wanted to, and they gave me this really big, long, like open key get thing. I think. But, I am not going to get that key, even though I now know how. And the reason why is because even if it did something, even if that key did something, I want to always preserve that feeling of frustration. I think if I got that key, it would diminish the secret. It would, how do I put this? It's a little bit like performing a magic trick that you had no idea how to previously perform, even if you know how to do it, if you don't perform it yourself, there's still a little bit of that magic to it. There's still a little bit of that, like, flair that you have no idea quite how to do it yourself. And personally, I would rather forever leave that key untouched. For no other reason, just this game, even now, I'm still learning stuff about it. Like the bees, those bees where I could kill them with the gold feathers. I had no idea. So I would like it. I like that this game will always have that one thing that I can never have, even if it is by my own choice. So maybe it's the romantic in me, but I like that there's something that will forever be out of my reach. I don't know. So, when the back of Grunty's hand whoops your butt, you'll hardly stand. And with that, I say, I'll turn the other cheek, Grunty, and feel free to slap away.